You wouldn't think a wildlife ecologist would be stringing a net through the forest, but Susan Campbell is doing just that to catch birds to see how they're doing and where they're going.
Bird banding allows us to learn about everything from how long birds live to how large of a home range they have, and also where they go when they migrate.
This cardinal has flown over and snared itself in the net. Campbell gently places the bird in a white bag to await a physical exam, and later the attachment of an identification tag, or band, on its leg.
Once we apply the bands to the bird's leg, we then hope we can follow them through space and time.
A tufted titmouse also snagged itself in the net. There's a lot of information to gather. Campbell checks the bird's health, measures its wingspan, weighs the titmouse, and attaches the ID band. The number on the band allows researchers to track the path of the bird.
Bird banding at Weymouth Woods has been going on now for over 20 years. And we have seen some changes in the bird populations here. Most notably, we have recorded a decrease in migrants coming through the park.
John Davis worries about the decline of the bird population at Weymouth Woods. He's a bird lover, a fan of the park, and owner of the Wild Birds Unlimited store in Southern Pines.
Studies have shown that bird populations have decreased somewhat alarmingly in the last several decades. Some 30% of bird species, or birds in general, are gone. The biggest contributor to that would be loss of habitat and adequate supplies of the appropriate food for that particular species of birds.
Even with a drop in the number of birds, Weymouth Woods remains a haven for both permanent residents and birds migrating north and south.
The thing that really attracts me to Weymouth Woods is its uniqueness and diversity, all in one fairly concise 900-acre tract.
I would say the number one thing that you can't find anywhere else is the fact that we have old-growth longleaf forest here.
Park Superintendent Billy Hartness says Weymouth Woods has the largest contiguous tract of longleaf pine north of Florida and is home to the red-cockaded woodpecker.
They're a really special bird. They are a woodpecker that makes their nesting cavity inside of a live, usually longleaf pine.
But as suburbia expands, the red-cockaded woodpecker and other birds face loss of habitat. Adding to the problem are homeowners using pesticides and herbicides, starving birds of food that nature supplies.
Birds will always choose natural food. So when we see them in our feeders, it's because there's not enough food out in nature at that time of the year for everybody that's trying to get the same food.
That's where people come in. At his shop in Southern Pines, Davis shows how to help the bird population.
The seed is the single most important thing that we could possibly do to improve our bird feeding experience. And not all seed is created equal. This is one of our most popular mixes. It's our choice mix, and it has sunflower, shelled sunflower, it has safflower, which cardinals adore, and it has shelled peanuts. So there's a little bit of a variety for every bird really that would come to a feeder.
Back at Weymouth Woods, Campbell and her team are ready to band another bird, a talkative tufted titmouse.
I have so much more to learn from birds and bird banding, but it's been a wonderful experience, and I hope I can keep doing it for another 20 or 30 years.
Exam done, bird banded, Campbell now has all she needs.
Okay, I'm gonna let her go.
As a birder and scientist, Campbell knows no single day tells you the whole story.
It's putting the days together. And when you look at patterns over a week, a month, a year, that's when it becomes interesting. All those little pieces have to be there to be able to paint that picture.
The picture biologists want to see is a time when birds can thrive in their natural habitats, free from human interference.